has been leveled. Everybody has access to information. Today, if you don't invest in your education, then somebody else is going to invest in their education. They're just going to take away your business, right? That's really what's going to happen. I'm going to show you how to get your life back. Right here, right now, at this moment in time, I'm living my dream. My dream was to teach, to travel, to empower, to make a difference in other people's lives. New York Times bestselling author, producer, and international speaker. Every day I pinch myself. I can't believe that this life that I wanted to have is actually here. And now it's my mission to show entrepreneurs how to have everything that they desire. Entrepreneurs are the only people I know that will work 80 hours a week so they don't have to work 40 hours a week for someone else. I travel all over the globe. I get to hang out with entrepreneurs. I get to see the world. I can't believe I get paid to do what I do, but it didn't happen overnight. What I've learned over the years is that no matter what you're doing, no matter where you want to go, there's always someone that's walked before you. You can have a business on your own terms. How would your life be different? Thank you. Thank you. How you all doing? Good? All right. How was lunch? It's all right. How's the event been? Has it been great? All right. Awesome. Excellent. So, who am I and why am I qualified to speak with you here today? So I'm Devin Michaels, and I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I've been self-employed for nearly 30 years, and I have to tell you, when I hear that number, I crack up, because up until recently, I thought it was 20. And I was actually in my hotel room in Palm Springs, California, getting ready to do a presentation kind of like this. I started to do the math, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's been nearly 30 years. I don't know where the time has gone. Of course, I started my business when I was 4 years old. No, actually, I started my business when I was 15. Don't do the math. Are you guys out there? Okay, cool. I just want to make sure. I'm a New York Times bestselling author, international speaker. In February of last year, I had a major liquidity event. I sold a company that I built over the last decade, 1,000 employees. It was not a rapid growth company, but it turned out to be pretty big. But it took a long time. And I retired. That lasted for about 2 days. And today we're part of a conglomerate with about 6,000 employees. And today, well, I've been a cryptopreneur for the last 5 years, but today I'm executive chairman of a company called Currency Power. Our goal is to become one of the largest crypto miners on the planet over the next 24 months, and we're in the process of going public right now. For many years, I was the biggest electronic music event producer in the US. I used to throw parties for 15 to 20,000 people a night. How'd you like to be on my guest list? Yep. And because of that built-in fan base, I had a long career as a recording artist, short career as a recording artist, long career as a music and television producer, worked with some of the biggest bands in the world, and well, today here I am. Anyways, I want to tell you guys a little story, get you thinking for a minute here. So this is my great-great-grandfather. We'll call him Lord Michaels, okay? And Lord Michaels came to the New World, moved to California because he heard that there was gold in them there hills. And so he went to California, and I'll tell you a little bit about him. He had good teeth, he had nice hair, he liked to live large, and he was not good with money. Okay, he was not good with money. So he came to the New World to become rich. He bought a large parcel of land from a miner who told him that there was gold on that property, and he was conned. He was conned. There was not gold in them there hills, and he actually lost everything. He lost everything. So it wasn't a good thing. Now, this was the Wild West. This was a long time ago. There weren't institutions to protect him. Today, do we have institutions to protect us? Hello? Yes, yeah, we do, absolutely. But this was the Wild West. He didn't have institutions, so he lost everything. Now, luckily, he created the hot dog bun. He created the hot dog bun. But had he made a lot of money and not been forced to innovate, well, he might have not created the hot dog bun, and we might have been eating hot dogs off of hamburger buns. Okay. All right. So what do we know about institutions? Well, we know that governments, we know that countries that have strong institutions, they have a better way of life. We know that their GDP is much higher. We know that people are happier, they're healthier. Does that make sense? Yeah, absolutely. So how do institutions help? Well, they create regulations for the common good of every stakeholder, and they enforce private contracts. But the challenges that institutions have is they take a long time to build. And if they fail, or they do fail, if they don't continue to innovate. Would you all agree with that? Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So when institutions fail, well, let me give you an example of institutions failing. So I've had a dev team in India for the last 10 years with my partner, Sumitra. And in India, I'm very familiar with the politics of India because I've had to be. And in India, we have what's called the APMC. So the APMC was founded by the Brits in 1886, back when India was under colonial rule. And it was meant to give farmers a fair price on their produce. But the reality is it's really turned into more of a monopoly-like cartel, and it was really created to control the cotton trade. So as a result, it's failing today. And as a result, half of the farmers in India take loans out from loan sharks. And nearly 70% of India's 90 million agricultural households spend more than they earn. It's a challenge. And half are unable to repay their debts, and as a result, roughly 28 farmers take their lives every single day. Is that a problem? Yeah, that is a problem, absolutely. So what went wrong? Well, farmers are unable to sell to the highest bidders, and as a result, all the risk is borne by the farmers. Farmers should be farming. They shouldn't be risking their livelihood. So how do we create wealth for farmers? Well, let's think about that for a second. So if India or every country in the world could turn their farmers, elevate them to the middle class, would it change the world? It would change the world, for sure. India has the largest middle class, or one of the two largest middle classes in the world. If the farmers were elevated into that middle class, I mean, it would be a mega middle class. And they would infuse money into the economy, they would buy all kinds of goods and cars and clothing, and it would change the world. So, shared risk via investment capital. So, what we want to do is we want to provide farmers with cheap, risk-free capital so they can grow their businesses. And this way, farmers can stop risking their livelihoods and their lives. So, let me give you an example of this. So, one of my employees, a couple of years ago, did some micro-lending in India. So he found a farmer. The farmer was farming mangoes, which is a great seasonal crop. So he invested in that project. And in year one, he tripled his money. Would we all be happy tripling our money? Absolutely. In year two, he didn't make any money. No money on the crop. But what was his year-over-year return over 2 years? What was that? Anybody? Okay, 150%. So would we all be happy with that kind of return? Yes? Yeah, of course we would be. And in that scenario, the investor won, and the investor, my employee, allowed to invest alongside the farmer. The farmer was able to grow his business and focus on the farm and not have to risk his livelihood. And who would make this investment? Would you guys make this investment? Yeah, I would too, absolutely. And the farmer doesn't have to take the risk, and everybody wins in this scenario. So the problem is, though, how do you find the info to trust? Like, for example, we know the brand Tetley tea. Tetley is a well-known tea, but there are probably other tea companies that are just as good, if not better, but how do we find this out? In the situation with institutions, only governments can build them, and they can be prone to corruption. So the problem with institutions is they fail to innovate and they're slow. But what do we know about capitalism? We know that countries that are capitalistic, they thrive. For example, perfect example, South Korea over the last decade or two has had monstrous growth. North Korea has had very little growth. So how can we build what I call institutions 2.0? Before I do that, I'll share a quick video with you. Have any of you ever seen the movie? It's called The Intention of Lying. Have any of you seen The Intention of Lying? Funny movie, right? Okay, so I'm going to show you a scene. I'll set this up for you. So this is Ricky Gervais, and he lives in a world where nobody can lie. Okay, nobody lies. So everybody trusts everybody. And he goes to the bank. He's broke. He needs some money. And in this moment, all of a sudden, he becomes the one person on the planet that has the ability to lie. So watch this video real quick.
What can I do for you today, sir?
Just been evicted from my apartment, so I have to withdraw whatever I've got in my...
Can you guys hear that? Okay, Crank, can you turn that up just a little bit, guys?
What can I do for you today, sir?
Just been evicted from my apartment, so I have to withdraw whatever I've got in my account to move my things out. I think I have to close my account. Probably gonna be homeless. Mark Bellison.
Unfortunately, sir, the system is down right now, so I'm not going to be able to perform an account closure until it's back up. But I can help you with a withdrawal. How much would you like to withdraw today?
All of it, whatever's left.
The system is down, sir. Can you tell me how much is in your account? Sir?
$800.
Sir?
$800.
Pardon me?
I have $800 in my account.
Oh, the system just came back up. System seems to be back up, guys.
Thanks, Jim.
Just a second while I access your account. You said you were withdrawing $800, correct? Wait a second. It says here that you only have $300 in your account, but you said you wanted to withdraw $800.
Yeah,
I apologize, sir. It seems our system has made a mistake. Let's get you your $800. Did you want large bills or small?
bills. It's large.
Right, here you go. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, $800. Is there anything else I could do for you today, sir? Sorry for the inconvenience.
Most very.
It's a funny video, funny movie. So the issue is that we don't live in a world where people can't lie, right? People can lie. So we can't completely blame institutions, but what we need is trustless transactions with auto executions of contracts. And on the blockchain, is the blockchain transparent? Yes, it is. Do we have to trust with blockchain? No, we don't. It's a trustless mechanism, correct? So blockchains are fuel for institutions 2.0. Ease of creation and execution of smart contracts. The security is there. And validators will go with what is the best investment for them. It's an open market. Now, there is an argument for CBDCs. So does anybody in the room not know what a CBDC is? Anybody in the room? You all know? Not a single one of you? Okay, a couple of you don't. So CBDCs are central bank digital currencies, and arguably all countries will eventually have their own CBDCs. There'll be a stable coin, but the problem is that governments can print more stable coins just like any government can print paper money, right? So that doesn't make sense. Obviously, people are going to want, something like Bitcoin, something that's immutable, something that is technically kind of a deflationary asset, if you will. It's limited. So we do know that cryptocurrency is going to outlast Apple, right? It's a great store of value due to limited supply, the least volatile amongst all the digital currencies, although, of course, it is volatile. And we know that it's the most adopted currency globally, right? And digital currency's success doesn't depend on whether you can use it at your local supermarket. You can, right? You can hold a Visa card that takes from your Bitcoin, but that doesn't matter. It depends on whether popular blockchain projects recognize that currency, like Bitcoin, and they all do, right? And in the very near future, matter of fact, it's already happening now, you'll be buying digital things in the metaverse. So in summary, blockchain is going to power institutions 2.0, which will play a pivotal role in eradicating poverty and creating global wealth. And as blockchain projects proliferate, that network needs to be secured. That's what we do at our company. We're Currency Power. Our goal is to be the largest Bitcoin mining company on the planet that is utilizing renewable energy. And we intend to do that over the next couple of years. And we're looking for partnerships and people that want to take that journey with us. I would love to connect with all of you here. Did you find this interesting? Yeah, absolutely. So thank you. And you can find me, I'm Devin Michaels on everything, all social media. It's Daven Michaels. All right, thank you so much, everyone.